Hi viewers, welcome. Thank you for finding my channel. This is Gemela del Toro Tarot. I do astrology and tarot, letting the events of the zodiac guide my readings. Not all messages will resonate for every person, so leave what doesn't resonate now, but keep it in mind because it might make sense at a later time. You're all in different points in your timelines. So I hope everyone's well. Thank you for returning, and hello if you're new. This will be a pick a card for Taurus. So, Taurus, what's going on in the zodiac for you? Well, Jupiter and Uranus are conjunct in your sign right now. Taurus is security, comfort, productivity, and relaxation. Jupiter is expansion and cheerfulness, and Uranus is originality and freedom. What I heard was an ego rub for an unconventional home. Uranus is the rebel. He takes what's comfortable and calls for innovation, disregard for tradition, and pushing the rules. There's a pull to kind of reevaluate our environment, and our aesthetics, the inventory of the house, and funds. Uranus wants us to take risks and consider radical new ideas. And Jupiter, well, he's encouraging all this and will provide lucky opportunities from unexpected sources. Give imagination and generosity. Jupiter rules Sagittarius, the wanderer, and Uranus rules Aquarius, the wild card. But Taurus energy just wants to arrange and replenish what is already comfortable, stable, and reliable. Risk and innovation is difficult for a sign that values consistency and practicality. So we'll go to the card piles now. I hope you took a moment to look at the items in the thumbnail. Group 1 is a bumblebee jasper. Group 2 is blue lace agate, and Group 3 is tiger's eye. So pick one that you're drawn to, or you're welcome to listen to all three. Trust you will receive what's meant for you and keep what resonates, and timestamps will be in the description. So let's go to Group 1. Hi, Group 1. You picked the Bumblebee Jasper. The first card we dropped from the First Light Tarot was Karma. This one's not. This one feels like it's going to be a little rough, so bear with us. The Karma card calls for learning your lessons, correcting wrongs. It also may indicate past life baggage. Now, mind you, that doesn't necessarily have to just be. It doesn't necessarily mean a past reincarnation. It could be something in the past of this current life. Many times when we start a new cycle or start something new and then we look back in the past, it's like, wow, that was a whole other life. That's kind of what the feeling of this is. There's a whole other life that you're carrying baggage from. And it also warns of domino effects. So the Faery Oracle card that dropped after that was one that rarely drops out of my deck, and it's the blank card. Now, this one is blank, but it's white. It looks like a bright light. It looks like somebody's going to be, bam, blindsided with this, like a light in the tunnel, but is it, is it a lantern or is it a train, right? And then right after that, you drop the Fool. So something is going to feels like a major reset after karma clears something out. And then the Fool is here indicating, well, I've got nothing left to do but try. The Fool is like, I guess. I mean, what else am I going to do? That's what he's saying. Like, look at him just throwing up his arms in a shrug. Like, I mean, whatever. So he moves on to a new cycle with no baggage. Remember what the Karma card was saying, is baggage over from a past life, and then bam, we've got this bright light that kind of resets everything, and now we're back at zero, literally back at zero with the Fool. The reason the Fool is zero is because it's all potential but nothing manifested yet, right? Zero's like the cosmic egg. It's all in there, or nothing's in there. You won't know until you move to the next stage, which is the magician, the number one. And that's where Aries energy comes in and actually tries to manifest the things that the fool was wanting to go towards. Okay? But this feels like a complete, like, cosmic reset for some people. After that, you dropped number 2, the High Priestess. So you went from 0 and you skipped over number 1 and you went to number 2. Wait, no, I got that backwards. You skipped over number 1 and went to number 2.
Shop all the brands they devour.
There's choices here. 2s are always choices. And the High Priestess, she is somebody that, now that this cycle has been gone through already, it's like you learned from the past cycle. You learned what to watch out for. You learned who to trust. You learned that you might need some more education on something. You might need to dig deeper. You might, anything like that. Anything about fact finding. But the High Priestess, she keeps it all to herself. So even this could be inner work, inner searching, but you're not telling anybody. Well, there's nothing really to tell yet. It's all just information gathering at the moment. But then after that, you fall into this 2 of Swords here, which is another 2, another choice. The problem with the 2 of Swords is that you have options that all look good, or you just have options that you cannot choose. You can't decide which one is the real truth, because they're both could be considered Ace of Swords. They're both, and she's holding them across herself, meaning she's not taking in any no more new information. I have from the High Priestess researching, she's saying I have everything I need. I'm not taking in any more information. Nobody talk to me. Nobody bother. So it's like, don't bother me, don't talk to me, don't give me any more information, don't ask me any questions. I haven't decided anything yet. I'm processing, let me be. That's what the 2 of Swords says to me. From the Angels and Ancestors deck, you dropped Summer, so that's probably about when all this is going to come to fruition. So you're going to be processing all through spring, and then in summer, the summer card is the beehive, the honey beehive, and that's when all the sweet victory is going to start dripping out all over your life. So let's see. Anything else? Tell me more about that karma. Oh, is this music too loud? Sorry. Part of me feels like this part of the collective, the Taurus collective, this wasn't your karma. But it did change things. But the change I get for you was a very freeing. It wasn't there are no swords. Well, there's the 2 of Swords, which is kind of like, what am I going to do now? But there's no 9 of Swords, there's no 10 of Swords, there's no 7 of Wands, there's no fighting, there's no anxiety. It was more like, I don't know, some of you in the collective might feel like you saw someone get their karma and it kind of just whooshed by you, like you felt it, but you're like, oh, well, I'm free now. Now I can do something else, High Priestess and the 2 of Swords. This is going inward and like recalculating things. And then summertime will be when all this comes to fruition. Okay? And we're going to go on to, you're welcome to continue on and listen to all 3, because there could be messages in all 3 for any of you. I just like to do the stones in case you're drawn to a specific pile. Maybe there's more of a message there for you, but the other 2 might have clarifyings and stuff, So feel free to stick around. We're going to go on to group 2, which is the blue lace agate. Hi, Group 2, you picked the blue lace agate. The first card we dropped from the First Light Tarot was diversity. It's integration and blending, okay? Diversity integration, and blending. The card number is 7. Oh, I haven't been doing the numbers. Shoot. Okay, I'll try to remember that. 7 is a divine number. It could be change in the way that you are leveling up in a vibration, getting closer to the higher frequencies. And the only way you're going to be able to do that is if you integrate different diverse things into your planning, into your life, into your environment, into your work, into your thought patterns. This feels like kind of Sagittarian energy. Sagittarius likes to gather things that are different and foreign people, foreign ideas, books, learning, food, things like that. He's the great experiencer. He likes to wander and see new things. Next, from the fairy deck, you dropped Luathus the Wild, which is a feeling of haste and impulsiveness, but it is a blessing to go ahead and take the risk that the time is good now for you to take this jump. He looks like this little frog, leafy fairy that's just ready to jump forward. That's the energy you're getting. Then you would drop the 4 of Cups, which is kind of a very thoughtful card. This could be love related. That's the only cup I get. But it feels like there was an arrangement that was very it wasn't competitive. It was very friendly. It was, you had a group that was, I don't know what's the word I'm looking for, cooperative, but people who are like-minded, It was a fun group. And now you're getting an offer. See, this person, look, the 3 of Cups is down here. What's a 3 of Cups? It's the girl group, it's the guy group, it's the friends, it's collaborators, cohorts, it's, people in your corner, but it's not anything that you're building a life with these people. Well, it's just a friendship kind of camaraderie. It's your circle. Okay, that's the 3 of Cups. But now he's sitting there with his 3 of Cups there next to him, and he's being offered an Ace of Cups from the divine. And the Ace of Cups is an offer of deep, compatible, compassionate love. He's like, the divine is like, yeah, I see you standing there, having a good time, but what about this? And the person in this particular group is like, yeah, what about that? I mean, things have been really good lately. Like, I'm happy, but what about that? And there's 3 birds, so that means messages. Wait. Everything's going to be all right. That's what the 3 birds mean. But okay, now I have to mention, up in the tree here there's the squirrel. All right? And squirrels are up to no good in anything. They do not trust them. They're shady. Okay? Don't trust the squirrels. I don't know what this animal down at the bottom is. I think it's a possum or something like that. But the squirrel I'm going to mention. Now, in Norse mythology, Yggdrasil, the world tree, has a squirrel in it. And he runs messages back and forth from Midgard to the bottom to the top, okay? But the problem is he always gets them wrong. This isn't the information exchange like Mercury is, where he just delivers what he delivers and he doesn't interpret it, but it's the truth. No, this squirrel, I don't know if it's short-term memory loss or if he's just trying to, stir up trouble, but he'll take a message from the gods and bring it down to earth and it'll be completely wrong. And then he'll take prayers from earth and go up to the gods and they'll be completely not what you asked for. I don't know what you call somebody like that. This go-between that just trips everything up along the way. So be careful. Be careful. There might be one of these squirrels in your 3 of Cups group. And if you're depending on them to get messages back and forth, it's not going to happen. So you got to look at this Ace of Cups and consider, please consider it very, very carefully. You're being shown with Luathis the Wild, there's a good energetic time period right now that you can make this jump. However, we've got a couple cards of mystery here for me. We've got the Emperor, which is somebody actually standing in their power about this. The Emperor is all four kings. He's got everything down pat. He's probably well, they give it to Aries, but I don't like to give it to Aries because Aries is brand new baby energy. It's just me, me, me. I don't see what anybody else needs. I'm the most important here. So with Emperor energy, I feel more like Capricorn. Very authoritative, very down to earth, very I've been there, done that. I learned all my lessons. You know, the Capricorn, the King of Pentacles is the last king before the Emperor proper. So I like to give the Emperor energy to Capricorn. Let me consider real quickly, because right after that you drop the High Priestess. And this is kind of like Two of Swords energy, where she's just going inward and not saying much about what she's finding out. So there might be some secretive moves here. The Angels and Ancestors card you dropped was Wise One. Grow within your current situation. I really, really hate that sentiment. I really do. Because to me, okay, so when I was reading from the book, and I will read it for you in a minute, but I just have to vent about this. When I was reading it from the book, it gave me very boomer vibes. Like, boomers are the last generation that were like, well, you made your bed, lie in it now. Or, it's very dismissive energy to me. Because this is the kind of stuff that they would tell women that were in abusive relationships. It's your husband, so you cannot leave him. You have to make the best of what you've got. And you can't ruin this. You can't shame the family. You'll shame yourself. You lose your job, whatever. It was all shameful. And it was like forcing the person who was in the abusive position to sit there and grow within whatever situation you put yourself in. I hate that shit. Because if you find somebody, if you're involved with somebody who's just toxic, and think of toxic, think of what it is. It's garbage around you. This is like in your energy. It's garbage. It's hate. It's pulling you down. It's destructive. It's poisonous. It's designed to keep you weak. And this advice that comes through is like, oh, grow where you're planted. That's bullshit. I don't like it. I don't like it. It's very boomer energy. But I'll read from the book when I'm done with this. So I wanna tap into the Emperor here, please. The Emperor after the Four of Cups. Okay. Part of the collective in this group might be like, I didn't jump for it the last time. Now I'm really considering it. Because now I'm in a better position. Now I'm the Emperor. Now I'm in a better emotional, mental, physical position to do this. But still not ready to talk about it. We've got the High Priestess. And this is like listening not only to she's got the receipts, she's got her scroll, and she's been keeping track of everything that has been learned. Is this a feminine? This could be a feminine. I mean, if it's just like, this is two sides of your intuition here. Like, one side is telling you that you know deep down it's the right time to go for it, right? But then there's this energy of preparation, coming into your power, like getting ready to defend yourself for it. But then we've got the wise one. Okay, let me read what she said. Hang on. Like I said, it's very boomery. Listen. It says knuckle down, be reliable and committed. Be open to wisdom and insight from your elders. The wisdom of the wise one is based on something that the younger generation is often lacking: commitment and reliability. When this card appears, you are being guided to continue working on your growth and expansion within your current situation. Be committed to your tasks and projects. It can be very easy to get bored and overwhelmed, but persevere. You're being reminded of how it feels to be let down and experience unreliability, and that is not who you were born to be. So keep working on what you're working on because it's going to be extremely beneficial for you in the long run. That's her advice. I don't know. I feel maybe some in the collective are going to pass on this again. And I say again because I feel like it's come around before. Yeah, there's going to be an opportunity to integrate. When I was considering this card, it felt to me very Brady Bunch. Like two people getting together who've already got kids and they're going to like blend their families and create something really beautiful. And then Luathis the Wild is saying, yeah, now's a good time. Everything's clear. Remember we had the Fool in the last one? Ready to go for it? And then the Four of Cups, but this is like consideration. This is, ooh, I see the offer, but I don't know because I got these 3 cups here already. And there might be information going back and forth that's not quite reliable with that squirrel that's there. So you're still considering this Ace of Cups. And I feel like, Taurus, some in the collective are going to choose to remain in the situation that you're in. Yeah. Because the Emperor also comes along with a lot of responsibility. There's a lot riding on him, and there might be things that he's not even expressing that's going to keep him bound here. But I don't get the Devil, which is, being bound to obligations. So, oh, this might be a not quite yet kind of feeling. Not quite yet, not right now. I see where I'm headed. I see the open door, but I can't go that way yet because I'm in Emperor mode. This means that there's still things that depend on you. So, but maybe you're not even talking about how you saw that Ace of Cups. Yeah, that High Priestess keeps her mouth shut. And this wise one telling you that, work on what you're already involved in. Just don't give this up yet. I feel like this might be a part of the collective that sees an opportunity but is not ready to move on it yet. Integration, diversity, and blending. I think and some of them may be already working on. It's like I've got these cups here that I've got to blend together already. I can't just jump for this. So that was kind of an unfortunate one. Like, Taurus, if you see something that your heart is telling you is from the divine with this, this emotional offer, you're just so bound up in responsibility, and tradition and what's consistent and what's reliable. I don't want to shake the tree. Like with the squirrel, I don't want to shake the tree I'm in. But you cannot deny this underlying energy that is making you feel froggy, So that's what I got for group 2. We're going to go on to group 3, which is the Tiger's Eye. Hi, group 3. You picked the Tiger's Eye, and this is a good one. First of all, you dropped the Judgment card. Results, decisions, the outlook, and finality. Okay, so from the energy of that last reading, I feel like Emperor finally made his decision. The card you dropped from the Fairy Oracle was Sylvanus. He's been coming out a little bit lately. I love this card. This has a very the energy is very similar to what we're experiencing with this eclipse energy, and the energy is still around. It's gonna be in play for maybe like 5 days. Some think even longer after the lunar eclipse. This is a mask of truth, okay? Now, where in other stories you have to take the mask off in order to see the truth, in this one you've got to put it on, and that's what he's doing. I give that energy to the moon because when the moon moves in front of the sun, which we'll get to, when the moon moves in front of the sun, all that ego goes away, okay? Everything that he shined light on that he wanted you to think was the truth, there's actually part of the visual field that we don't see. And when the moon moves in front of the sun and blocks that out, it looks way different. Like you see things that you don't normally see in the daylight, which means that when he puts the mask on and he moves it in front of the face, that's when you see the real truth. That's when you break the illusion. So this says the mask of truth, an aha moment, sharp perception, and new truths cut away false perception. So there is a judgment call on something that somebody has found out was false. Okay, here one of the fairies is holding the sword of truth for him for when he puts that mask on, then he knows what he can cut with that sword. I had to pause because someone was coming in. Now I lost my train of thought. Oh, Sylvanus, the sword of truth. Okay. So I feel like this has to do with eclipse energy. Somebody in the collective, it has been ignited with this eclipse. Like something came out, something was found, something was learned. Maybe something was just intuited, like inner intuition, like something clicked and you were like, oh shit, this is actually how I feel about this, because I thought what I was seeing at first was the truth. But once I put on this, it reminds me of things you could buy at like a fair or a dollar store where you put glasses on and you see everything's all wiggly or 3D or there's hearts everywhere. It changes your perception of what you're seeing. That's what this feels like. And when you put it on, you get to see everything that was in the shadow, that was still there in the light, but the light didn't allow us to see it. So both are true. It's just usually we don't see what the moon is hiding. After that, you drop the Page of Wands. That's a very gung-ho kind of enthusiastic energy. So I feel like once this judgment call is made, once somebody sees what was hidden, there's an aha moment, bam, everything comes online, and then the Page of Wands. I can't say that. I just feel very young, energetic. I say young because the energy feels young. It feels very excited, very optimistic. When you're about to do something that you think is going to be exciting, you get like excited. You get that energy boost. That's what I feel. After that, you drop the Wheel of Fortune, which it's like something's coming around. Oh, I had something earlier for the Wheel of Fortune. What did you tell me? Oh, they were showing me Double Dutch. Do you remember Double Dutch when you had the two ropes and you had a person at the end and you had to spin them at the same time? but the person jumping into jump rope had to time it just right, right? The rhythm, gotta get the rhythm, up, down, and then jump. That's what I feel is this energy for this Wheel of Fortune. It's a very gotta time it, you know, bam, now it's time. Next you got the Knight of Swords. So this Page of Wands is jumping in wholeheartedly. I almost said something else. The Knight of Swords is the fastest knight. He's just he's all gusto. All gusto, all bluster. And then after that you drop the sun, which to me is very, very cool because what was I talking about with Sylvanus? Sylvanus is the mask that goes over the face, which to me was the moon going over the sun in order to illuminate what was hidden. Okay, well, here's the sun, and here's the mask going over it. Be careful out there, you Taurians that are ready to, paw your foot on the ground and go forward with your horns. There might be something hidden you don't see yet. Or you're going for it because you did see it and now you cut away, what it was. I don't know, I feel like somebody coming through this, they're showing me someone just, bam, coming through this curtain, and just strutting their stuff like, I was late, but I'm here now. We'll read the sun card, okay. Let's see here. Know the doors are opening for you. Follow up new projects, ventures, and ideas. Connect with the inner fire, that is driving you forward. You're being surrounded by the brightness of the sun at this time. Opportunities to feel and be successful are swirling and dancing around you. Relationships and friendships progress with joy, and you feel happy and uplifted. If you're not somewhere bright and sunny right now, there will be other ways in which you can enjoy warmth and joy. Solar energy brings health and vitality, and can energize and warm you. And it also encourages everything to grow. The energy of expansion is with you at this time, and you're being offered the perfect opportunity to move forward. If you want to bring something to life or are ready to take a new step in a relationship, the sun will bring the right energy to you. If you're asking a question, the answer is most definitely yes. So I love this energy. This is a very, now that I've seen the truth, I'm out of here. Or now that I've seen the truth, I'm coming to you, I'm coming towards it. I'm going towards. Well, he's kind of drifting away from the sun. Nah. Ace of Wands, Wheel of Fortune, Knight of Swords, the Sun. Holy crap. This is somebody who's coming into like their good masculine power. So that is group 3. I paused at 33:35 if that means anything to you guys. This next one, I was just thinking of doing something different. Now we're going to combine them all so I can read it all together. Because I feel like even though certain groups in the collective for Taurus got messages from all the separate piles, I want to put them together and see what's going on in the whole of the collective. So what do we have? We have karma, diversity, and judgment. So this is really interesting because when I had judgment here before, on top of that was the Wheel of Fortune, or underneath that. So judgment is card 20, right? The Wheel of Fortune is card 10. So when I drop the 3 together here, we've got karma, diversity, and judgment. 3, 7, and 20. 3 and 7 is 10, which is half 20. Karma, diversity, judgment. So what did we say about that? Past life baggage, and then we have integration, and then judgment. So I believe that this is, yeah, hang on. This is like mixing everything, not mixing. What is it? I can't think of the word. Well, it says integrating it. Yeah, integration. It's taking everything that you learned and it's, oh, no, that was in Pisces. It's taking everything that you learned and it's kind of like weeding out what you need and don't need. What's old, what's holding you back, what's not true. That's what you've got to do with that karma, the learned lessons, the baggage, correcting your wrongs from the past, and then integrating new information, new people, new opportunities, blending it together. There's going to be opportunity from sources that you probably wouldn't expect. Okay? And you're going to have to try to figure out how to integrate that into what you're already doing. Either the life you're living, the people you know, the family you have, the work you're doing, the hobbies you have. And then from there, there's going to be this judgment card, which is decisions, finality, and results. And this is really beautiful if you think of it together. You're clearing away old karma, you're integrating new things that are going to come to you, diverse things, things that wouldn't have had the room to bless your life if you had kept all that baggage with you. And then that's going to bring results and like this closing of that cycle and an opening of a new one. And that judgment is okay, the judgment is being called on everything that was from the past. I feel like that's real portal, eclipse portal energy. It's giving us an opportunity to pull the drain, pull the plug, and let all the gunk go down the drain, right? What were you saying before? So with the Faery Oracle pile, we had the blank card, which to me is like a hard reboot. It's the light in the tunnel, but is it a lantern or is it a train? Something just kind of bam hit right out of nowhere. We had Luathis the Wild, which is telling us it's time to go, time to jump. I feel like this is panic. You're panicking. I feel like it's panic. They're out there. I can sense it. It's like this hard reset, and then there's this energy of I gotta get out of here. I gotta get away. Nope. I don't want to deal with this. I'm getting out. And it says take a risk, new approaches, haste and impulsiveness, go for it now, and spontaneity. Yeah. There's also the feeling of like, oh, that's done and over with. Now I can really go do what I want to do. And then on top of that, we dropped Sylvanius, which is the aha moment. Aha! Now I can do it. Or aha moment being, oh, this was all false to begin with, And then we've got the Fool, the Four of Cups, and the Page of Wands. I mean, come on, you guys. This is hot. The Fool is like, I don't know, I guess. Now is a good time as any. I mean, now I don't have that baggage, that karma card, leave the baggage. Now I don't have that baggage anymore with the Fool. I got one thing each. That's all I got. That's why he's back down to this page status, this Page of Wands. This is all I got. But this Four of Cups, this is like considering this offer. But still, remember that squirrel is there in the tree. So there could be chatter that's not exactly dependable, okay? So just use your own heart to make this decision, because you're picking between this Three of Cups, which is relationships that are already established, and it's like this brand new cup is coming in as an offer, and it's huge, and you see it, and you're considering it. The thing is, I feel like some in the collective feel like it's too good to be true, because that Ace of Cups is an offer from the divine of every possibility your heart desires. Anything and everything. Remember, we have the Fool, which is zero, which is everything but and nothing at the same time. And then you've got the Four of Cups, which is an offer from the divine, something emotional, something that's emotionally fulfilling, something that maybe you put an order in for that wasn't ready yet. And now this Page of Wands is here, and it's like I heard the how did you put it? The soul is willing, but the flesh is spongy and bruised. You know, but there's the desire there. There's the excitement. Yes, I want this. Yes, I've got the energy for this, but it's small. It's like, and that's understandable, because if you're clearing away all this old crap and you're starting over, there's going to be like less things to work with, and that's fine. Next we had the High Priestess, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Emperor, all major arcana in this pile. That's crazy. So this might feel like some things are moving that are out of our control. So with the High Priestess, that's very internalized decision making. Did I say that right? Internalized decision making. Like, this is fact finding and research. This is considering all options but not saying anything about. There are no moves yet. There are only thoughts. So there's no reason to share that. That's the High Priestess. She's very quiet, because there's nothing really in the works yet. It's just all thoughts and planning. Not even planning. It's just fact finding. How do I feel about this? Do I have enough to do this? Can I, what is the reasoning behind this? What are the pitfalls behind this? It's all mental processing, not saying anything yet. Then the Wheel of Fortune, which is the double dutch, I gotta time it just right, but I'm not gonna say anything because I don't know when that moment's gonna happen. So I kinda can't say anything until I actually jump in. And that's when they come into the Emperor energy right here after that, where it's just the final decision making. Remember, the Judgment card here is finality and decisions. Then underneath that, you drop the Emperor, which is like, finally, whoever in the collective this is resonating with, there's going to be that inner considering, and then the Wheel of Fortune, which is timing has to be right. And then once that timing happens, you're you're going to full-fledged, this is my decision, I'm in it, this is what's happening, go along with it, or you don't have to be in the plan. So next we got the Two of Swords, the High Priestess, and the Knight of Swords. So maybe there isn't just movement quite yet. Maybe you're still in the planning phase, because we've got the High Priestess here twice. And right after the Two of Swords, which is, don't talk to me, I don't want any more information. I don't want anybody to give me their opinion. I'm not taking calls. I'm not taking requests. I have this decision to make. Shut up. She's got her blindfolds on, and she's got both swords in front of her as an X, which means I'm not available. And then, then you've got the High Priestess. So she's going inward. I hate that inward. Sounds like Squidward to me. She's going inward to do this debating with herself. This is like very Libra Gemini energy. But then right on top of that is the Knight of Swords, this is quick, fast, and in a hurry. Oh, this could be somebody coming towards her while she's in her decision making. This could be somebody trying to bother you to make a decision faster and hoping that that decision will be in their favor. Don't listen to him. He's the fastest knight. They come for a good time, not a long time. But they're passionate. I gotta give them that. They try. But they're not kings. And I see no kings here. I see the emperor in the energy, but that's just in order to come into personal power to make this decision. The other cards we got from the angels and ancestors, we've got Summer, the Wise One, and the Sun. Remember, yeah, like I was saying, some of you might choose to just take a breather and work on what you're already working on, hoping that in the summer. Oh, okay. I can put aside the petty bitterness a little bit. With these three cards, it's telling you that summer will be when you have this come to fruition. Whatever you're working on that you have to stick with. Remember, I was saying they're like, you know, grow where you're planted or whatever. So, okay, this will be temporary. And I think you're going to figure this out as you kind of go into that inner considering, is that there are things that still need to be worked on. You're going to do it faithfully, but you're going to shoot for summer for all that to come to fruit. It's like you're only going to give it to summer. Maybe you only need to, because all these things that you're going to be putting in motion or deciding on, I feel like you're deciding on things that need to be wrapped up. Okay, and they need to be wrapped up by summer. And in order to do that, because you've got such dynamic energy here, you want to jump now. You want to go make this new life now. You want to make this change now. And we've got the wise one going, no, don't do it now. It's like grabbing the kid right when he steps off the step, like grabbing him by his collar, like, no, it's not safe yet. So you only have a little bit, you only have to put in a little bit more time in order to what is coming to fruition though. Oh, I heard some of you have to finish work contracts. Summer with the honeybee. Some of you are just waiting for things to come through. This could be like maybe taxes coming, payment coming. There's like payment coming in for jobs. Maybe there was contract work or commission work. This is stuff that's kind of just, yeah, I get it now. She's saying don't jump into something new when you've got pots boiling already. You know, she's saying to finish cooking what you're cooking. And then on top of that, you've got the sun, so everything's good after that. This is actually pretty Taurus energy with this wise one. It's like, no, focus, focus. You still have things that need to finish. I know you want to run out there and play double dutch, but or catch the ice cream truck, the taco truck, whatever. But there's work that needs to finish. There's situations that are still in play. There's people still involved. Maybe school has to end. Like summer is right when the school year ends. So maybe you really can't make any moves yet until the kids get out of school. So you might as well just finish what you're finishing. And with the sun on top of that, it's like everything's going to work out. You're going to have plenty of time to see what's been hidden. You're going to have plenty of time to work on letting go of the baggage. I know you want to jump now because now you've already had the inspiration, the aha moment. The Luathis the Wild wants you to jump right now. The Fool is here saying, I'm ready. Yeah, the Knight of Swords rushing in, the Emperor. There's a lot of dynamic energy here. And then this wet blanket, old grandma here saying, no, you've got to wait for the bread to rise. You know, you've got to wait. You've got 3 more hours to let the stew simmer, and you just want to go. So I feel like you just trust the process. You have until summer. That's as long as it's going to take. You know, you might want to have all your ducks in a row, but most of the things won't come to fruition for another couple months. So just nose to the grind. You've got this. The sun is here, so it's a yes and it's a blessing. So I hope everyone enjoyed this. I really did too. I'm gonna do it this again where I've got the 3 different piles and then I just orgy them all together like Voltron and read them as one. I really like this. So that's what I have. I hope you are all well. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.